Hello, I'm Scott Brady with Expedition Portal and Overland Journal, and I'm out here with Leanne and Brooks, two good friends of mine, and Brooks has spent a lot of time with me over the last couple of months refining what I do when I'm out in the field and how I prepare for my adventures physically. So one of the things that we wanted to do was take a little bit of time and have Brooks look at what's the most efficient way, what's the most effective way to stay fit while you're out overlanding. And obviously one of the biggest constraints that come to my mind is you can't carry a huge set of weights with you, right? So you can't have an extra 500 pounds of weights. So Brooks came up with this really cool idea to use what's called a TRX. And it fits into the bag that he's got there, and it was designed actually by a military gentleman that needed to stay fit while he was out in the field. So he figured out a way to attach it to the Humvee and do a really nice range of exercises that kept him in shape while he was out traveling. So we're going to spend a little bit of time today talking about those exercises, and we need to think obviously about why that's important. So when we're out overlanding, what are we doing? We're sitting for a lot of periods of time. We're typically just walking around, but then it's also followed up with these periods of intense activity. So maybe the vehicle gets stuck and you need to pull winch cable, or you get a flat tire and you need to pull a tire off of a tire carrier. Like on this Jeep, this is probably about 100 pounds spare here. Or you want to go out and explore an ancient site, some ruins, and you need to hike around, or you want to scale up a side of a mountain. You need to be fit for that. You need to be in shape in order to experience every place that we go to fully. And then more importantly, if you do get into a situation where you need to get out, you need to get away from the vehicle, or you need to repair the vehicle with a spare or pulling out the winch cable, you've got that fitness base that you need to do that. So these folks are going to spend a couple minutes and show us how they stay in shape when they're out in the field.
What's great about this, as Scott mentioned, it's very compact, fits in a very small bag, can be taken in a suitcase, thrown in the back of the Jeep, taken just about anywhere, and allows you to get a full body workout with this piece, just one piece of equipment. Again, hooks up real easy. If you have a taller vehicle, the yellow strap allows you to adjust it for any height. Simply clips in with carabiners. Also, the strap adjusts for increased intensity in different exercises like this. We're going to start out showing you how to do some core exercises. The first thing that we're going to go over is working the core and the abs. Leanne's going to demonstrate the roll out, which works the core as well as the abs. Also stretches out the chest muscles and great for stretching out the abdomen. So she'll be down on her knees. And we're going to lengthen these straps here a little bit to increase the intensity. Hands together, perfect. Again, stretching the abs and using the whole core.
One thing you need to remember, even outdoors, is form. Very important. So we don't want to get hurt. We don't want injuries out here. And don't forget to breathe.
The next thing we're going to show is the plank. And you can do as many, this is a good exercise to go to almost failure. Anywhere from 20 to 40 reps would be perfect on this. The next thing we're going to show is the plank. She'll do the plank on her elbows. Again, we'll shorten up the straps just a little bit. Sometimes it's nice to have assistance. Just put the feet in the straps.
Looks easy, not so much.
And just holding yourself up. It's great to do 20 to 25 seconds, holding the core and the abs real still and stiff as you do that. Great, Leanne, that looks good. These are all good to do in succession, one right after the other. The next exercise is going to be the crunch. Doing the same thing, putting the feet in there, like so. Thank you, Leanne.
No problem.
On the elbows again, just like the plank. Out a little farther, and pulling the abs in.
More of an advanced movement for those of you that want a more intense workout.
Again, this is a great exercise to go to failure.
Make sure
like
your feet are even and the straps are even.
Great, that's it for the abs. Next, all of those exercises, great to do 3 sets of those exercises. Again, reps, most of my clients, I have them go to failure on those. Good to do them in succession, one right after another. The next exercise I'd like to work on is legs. The first thing is just a basic squat. Leanne will demonstrate that. And of course you're facing the Jeep or the tree or whatever you might be set up to. Your feet want to be quite a bit forward. You want to make sure that the front of your knee does not cross over your toe. And simply squat, and the deeper the better. The deeper you go, the more hamstrings and glutes you work in the movement. A little more advanced movement of this would be the one-legged squat. Beautiful. Again, on this one, 15 to 20 reps. When it comes to the one-legged, you'll find that they're a lot more intense and a lot harder to achieve, so anywhere from 10 to 15 reps is perfect in each leg. Probably want to do 3 sets of these.
Make sure you switch legs. We don't want to be lopsided.
Next, we're going to show you how to work the back. Back is very important. As Scott said earlier, spare tires, gear bags, everything you might need on an adventure trip. So Leanne's going to demonstrate the low row, which is, again, you can change the intensity if she starts with her feet out this way. The intensity is not very hard, but of course she's going for the more intense workout. And she just rows up and back. Again, this is an exercise you want to do anywhere from 10 to 15 reps, and you want to do 3 sets of this. Perfect, Leanne. Next, we're going to show the seated pull-up. That works a little more of the lats back here. Go ahead and Leanne, demonstrate that. I'm going to adjust the straps a little bit higher. So what's beautiful about the TRX, you can use it for so many muscle groups, actually a total body workout. Very similar to the last exercise, but uses a little more, you want to use a little bit more wider grip than that. Again, using a lot of the lats, and as well as the rhomboids. Perfect. The next exercise we're going to demonstrate is the delts. This is called a rear delt fly. Again, we're going to adjust the straps. Leaning forward, of course, if you start out like this, not leaning very far, the intensity is not as good. Feet closer to the vehicle or whatever you're attached to increases the intensity. And of course you want to go nice and slow on the return. Don't just let your body weight fall back, controlling your body weight the whole time. This works the back as well as the rear delts. Next, Leanne's going to demonstrate how to work the biceps in a leaning bicep curl.
Make sure your feet are planted. You've got plenty of good traction.
And perfect, just curling up. Good. Got to make sure you have strong arms. Again, as Scott mentioned, you got gear bags, spare tires. Great way to stay fit while on travel. And the next one is the triceps. Triceps you want to face away from the vehicle. The more you lean towards the vehicle, the better off. Or the higher intensity, I should say. What's wonderful about these straps is you can, great for beginners, start out way like this with your feet way forward and pushing up. For the more advanced moves, the feet can go farther back and pressing like so.
And for us girls, it's a great way to get our workouts in while we're out here just tagging along.
And that concludes it. That's basically giving you a full body workout from toe to head. I'm Brooks.
And I'm Leanne.
And I'd like to thank Overland Journal for having us today.
Thank you.
And stay fit for adventure.
And most importantly, have some fun.